The BDN Maine Game of the Week is presented by Quirk Auto Group. It's your car. Find it at Quirk. The BDN Maine Game of the Week is also brought to you by Tradewinds Markets, Greenway Equipment Sales, Dean's Detailing, and by Bangor Savings Bank, Northeast Driving School, and Digital Workshop. The BDN Maine Game of the Week is a production of Sportsnet Maine.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pottle Field here at Hermon High School, and welcome to the BDN Maine Game of the Week. Tonight we feature a Class C North quarterfinal matchup between the number 5 seeded Oceanside Mariners and the number 4 seed, the Hermon Hawks. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark from the Bangor Daily News. Ernie, let's start with the visitors. Oceanside 5-3 on the season. Talk about them.
Yeah, strong season by the Mariners. High-scoring team, 36.3 points a game. They have the leading rusher in Class C North, and Michael Norton Jr., who has scored 23 touchdowns in 8 games. He's a big playmaker, somebody Hermon's going to have to contest with tonight.
And talk about a breakout season. How about those Hermon Hawks? 3 wins, I believe, over the last 3 seasons in total. This year, 6-2 under first-year head coach Kyle Gallant.
Yeah, they've really done a nice job here building the program, and Hermon's been a struggle at times, as you mentioned, 3-21 over the last 3 seasons. But this year, 6-2. Even one of the losses, a 2-point loss to Winslow Perennial Power. They're getting more athletes out for football here at the varsity level at Hermon. A couple of them to watch tonight. Quarterback Garrick Trask, almost 900 yards rushing and a pretty good passing arm. And Jordan Bishop, former golfer, is now playing football, and he's rushed for over 1,000 yards. So between Oceanside's Norton and the two players from Hermon, a lot of ground gaining expected tonight and a lot of offense. Hermon averaging almost 36 points a game as well.
There's a chill in the air. Should be a good one here tonight. A 4-5 matchup. It is the Mariners and the Hawks next on the BDN Maine Week.
It's your picnic table and your park bench. It's your hotel room, your office, and your nursery. It's your first date and a shoulder to cry on. It's your barbershop, your dance floor, and your toolbox. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
What do you get when you combine pure diesel power with 1,600 pounds of raw iron and steel? Meet the 2R Series from John Deere. Up to 32 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, cruise control, and a 6-year powertrain warranty that's best in its class. This rugged workhorse won't make your breakfast, but with quick attach features, you can do pretty much anything else. Ride one today at your John Deere dealer.
Visit Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth, or find us online at greenwayequipment.com.
Since 2006, we've offered free ATMs worldwide to our customers, saving them over $16 million. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
We may not be the biggest, but we're definitely the best. Here at Tim's Plumbing, we know that when a plumbing issue pops up, you need it fixed. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. We even do kitchen and bath remodeling. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. You can call us at 735-4969 or 327-1620. At Tim's Plumbing, service is our specialty.
You deserve a clean car. Let Dean's take care of the details. Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader since 1971. Let the pros at Dean's renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. For interior detailing, exterior detailing, and complete detailing packages, call Dean's at 945-3016 or book your appointment online at deansdetailing.com. And Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit for any special occasion. Dean's Detailing. We make used look like new. Choosing the right school for driver's ed has never been more important. Northeast Driving School has been the leader in driver training since 1969. Greater Bangor's #1 team of instructors is experienced, professional, and dedicated to its students. Northeast offers a variety of weekday and weekend courses. Call 942-1769 or sign up at northeastdrivingschool.com.
Well, welcome back to Hermon High School and Pottle Field. Great to have you with us for some high school football. This is some playoff action here tonight in Class C North between the Oceanside Mariners and the Hermon Hawks. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark from the Bangor Daily News here on the broadcast tonight. Thanks for joining us at BangorDailyNews.com. This game will be available on demand at DriveShowMaine.com coming up on Wednesday. Well, Ernie, let's talk about these two teams. Let's dive in just a little bit deeper here. Let's start with the Mariners. Head coach Wes Drinkwater, has been there for 5 years.
Yeah, and he's done a nice job of kind of helping to rebuild the program back into contention to the point where a year ago they advanced to the semifinals, won their quarterfinal game, got to the semifinals. You look at their season this year to date, 5-3 in Class C North, pretty deep Class C North, a solid regular season, and have won 4 out of their last 5 games coming into this playoff contest, and got a couple of 1,000-yard running backs in Michael Norton Jr., who leads the Class C North in rushing with over 1,300 yards and 23 touchdowns, and Ben Ripley as well with over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not too often you have 2 running backs with over 1,000 yards in an 8-game season, but certainly the Oceanside Mariners have been able to do that, and that's been a key to their offensive success. They're averaging 36.3 points a game.
So the Mariners 5-3, matching their regular season record from last year. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger, the Hermon Hawks under first-year coach Kyle Gallant, mentioned it in the first segment of the pregame show, Ernie, a breakout season, 6-2, and hosting a game here in the postseason.
Yeah, just a wonderful season by the Hawks, and we mentioned in the pregame they had gone 3-21 the previous 3 seasons, but have come in with good numbers, a new coaching staff, and some early victories gave them self-confidence there. They get out to a 3-0 start before losing down at MDI. No shame there.
Right.
MDI, the defending regional champions, came back the following weekend and put a great scare into one of the perennial powers in northern Maine. The Winslow Black Raiders lost that game by just 2 points and then won their last 3 regular season games. So like Oceanside, they come into this contest on a high. And again, we talked about the 1,000-yard runners for Oceanside. Jordan Bishop over 1,000 yards for Hermon, and the quarterback Garrett Trask at nearly 900 yards on the ground for the Hawks. So both of these teams with a potent 1-2 punch in terms of running the football.
Yeah, and Trask 38 for 77 on the season for 663 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions here on the 2017 season. All right, you can see the captains out there in midfield talking with the officials. The coin toss happening right now. We're going to take our final time out here in the pregame show, and when we come back, we'll be kicking it off here at Pottle Field. This is the BDN Maine Game of the Week.
End your Friday night. It's your suitcase, your tour guide, and your photo booth. It's your new beginning and your fresh start. It's your library, your hotspot, and your movie theater. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
If time is infinite, why is there never enough of it? A John Deere One Family tractor with Quick Park lets you attach and go. iMatch Quick Hitch gives you more time for what you love, so it takes less work to do more work. Auto Connect Drive Over Mower Deck? Done. They're not making any more land, but there's plenty of time if you know where to look.
Visit Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth, or find us online at greenwayequipment.com.
We may not be the biggest, but we're definitely the best. Here at Tim's Plumbing, we know that when a plumbing issue pops up, you need it fixed. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. We even do kitchen and bath remodeling. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. You can call us at 735-4969 or 327-1620. At Tim's Plumbing, service is our specialty.
Welcome back to Pottle Field here at Hermon High School. Quarterfinal action in Class C North, and we are set to kick this one off. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, along with the Sportsnet Maine, BDN Maine Game of the Week crew. And Oceanside will be kicking off. They won the toss but deferred, and here is the opening kick, a sidewinding kick fielded on a hop by Hermon. And the Hawks heading upfield and finally taken down at about the 45-yard line. That's number 9, Jack Freeman. Check that, number 9, River Mullen for the Hawks.
Made a good catch of that ball. That was a low line drive, one hop, comes up with it and just runs straight ahead. Good wedge blocking by Hermon and a straight line run by Mullen out near midfield at the 46-yard line. Great field position for the Hawks to open this game.
Yeah, Mullen on the season for the Hawks, 19 rushes for 228 yards, a nice return there. And the Hawks starting out with great field position. Under the lights here at Pottle Field. Thanks for joining us for the BDN Main Game of the Week. From the shotgun, here come the Hawks, and that'll be a solid first down pickup, 4 or 5 yards on the carry there by Jordan Bishop.
Yeah, not a lot of surprises here tonight. If you look at the statistics as we talked about earlier, these are two run-oriented teams, and that's what you're going to see for the most part tonight. Trask, you mentioned, threw 77 passes in 8 games. That's about 9 attempts a game, and for Oceanside, even fewer attempts, in the 30s for the 8 games of the regular season.
Bishop, 1,002 yards coming in with 13 touchdowns. Give him 5, or check that 4 on that first down play. And Bishop's going to get the call again, working the right side here, and he's got the first down and more. He'll be taken down close to the 35 of Oceanside. Tackle made at the 36, and that's the first down of the night.
Yeah, I believe you're going to see a big block by Kenyon Robinson, number 74, that gets Bishop to the corner. Went left on the first handoff. Here we go to the right. And there's Bishop, and there's a block that puts down by 74. Kenny Robinson puts down the containment by Oceanside, and big gain there for Jordan Robinson.
Bishop, the first 2 carries of the ball game. And he's going to get another carry here. Goes up the middle, and looks like he'll have another first down there for Hermon. An offensive line for the Hawks here through the first 3 plays of this ball game, carving some holes out there for Bishop.
And a good job of patience by Bishop. There you see the cutback after the play was originally scheduled to go to the left. Cut back, found some open space, and again gets into the Oceanside secondary. Ball down at the 22. That's a gain of 14 after a gain of 15 on the previous play. So big chunks of yardage by the Hawks early on.
Bishop in the backfield along with Nick Page. There's Garrett Trask, the quarterback. Trask going to keep it this time. Almost lost the football. Managed to get control of it. And it will take a couple of Mariners to bring him to the turf.
Yeah, pretty
Picked
good
up
size.
A couple of yards there.
Pretty good size bobble there as he faked the handoff inside, but was able to gain control before anybody hit him. And as it turned out, picked up a couple of yards on first down, so it turned potential disaster into a modest gain.
Kyle Gallant, the first-year head coach here at Hermon. Breakout season, 6-2.
Had been an assistant here. Also was an assistant, I believe, earlier on at his alma mater, which is John Babs.
Shotgun again for the Hawks. Comes back to Trask, hands it off to Bishop. And he dives into that Oceanside defensive line. Short gain this time for Bishop. So Oceanside rising up here on the last couple of plays.
Yeah, just a 1-yard gain there. It's going to make it 3rd and 7, but I kind of have a feeling it's 2 downs for the Hawks, even if they don't convert on this 3rd down play.
Other Class C North quarterfinals tonight. MDI hosting John Baps. Winslow, they'll be hosting their arch rival Waterville.
Tomorrow.
That game tomorrow. Nokomis hosting MCI. Those 2 teams not far from each other. Trask back to pass for the first time. Pushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to tuck it under his left arm, and he's going to head towards the sideline, get around that left end, and is he in?
No.
Looks like he went out of bounds, just shy of the goal line there.
Good speed to the outside by the Hermon quarterback, though. Looked like a pass play at the beginning. As we see Trask look to pass, then roll to his left and sees a lot of open space. There was a blocker out there for him. Number 33, Nick Page, didn't have to apply the block, set a screen more than anything else, and that allowed Trask to get to the sideline. Gain of 13.
Scoreboard's got it on the 3.
Yeah, I'm looking at the line person over there. And I'm looking at this official over here who's standing at the 6.
Here's Bishop diving, and he's going to come up shy. Went into the air there, and he will take it down to about the 2-yard line.
Gain of 4 there. Again, just a quick burst off left tackle, and got his legs taken out from underneath him, did Bishop, and despite that, able to get 4 yards, and now it's second and close.
Hermon finishing up the season with 3 straight wins over Belfast, Dexter, and Waterville. Averaged 36 points per game on the season, giving up about 20 points per contest. Trask under center here. Ball on the 2. 20, wheels, hands it off, and into the end zone for the touchdown. And that's going to be number 9, River Mullen. Picks up his 3rd touchdown of the season.
Well, he started the drive essentially with a good kickoff return and gets rewarded here on the 2nd and goal from the 2. Quick inside handoff, wide open hole, untouched into the end zone as everybody's kind of looking for the ball to go to Bishop. And great work there in terms of play calling, and Hermon gets on the board here with their first possession of the game.
Ernie, you could have darted through that hole.
I don't know if darted would be the correct word, but I could have made my way through that hole.
Slugged your way through.
Could have rolled through that hole, although as soon as I hit the ground, I guess I'm down. But
all right, a Hawk's going to go for 2 here. They've got Mullen and Page and Bishop. 3-headed monster there in the background. They go to the deep man with the pitch. That's going to be Bishop trying to get to that left side of the end zone. He is in. Tack on 2 more for the Hermon Hawks. And with 7:38 left to go here in the first quarter, it's Hermon 8, Oceanside nothing.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better start if you're the home fans here, as the pitch outside to Bishop, who just tries to use his speed to get to the corner. Some good blocking in front of him enabled him to get to that corner, and he got into the end zone just barely, but that's all that counts, and it's a 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0 Hermon early on.
Another great night for football. A little chillier tonight here in Hermon, but we've been very fortunate over the course of this 2017 season. Don't want to jinx us for our final game coming up next week, but had a pretty good run of weather. Field a little soft out there with the heavy rain we've had the past couple of days. I noticed that while we were out there before the game.
8 plays, 54 yards on that opening scoring drive after the 34-yard kickoff return by River Mullen. So pretty steady chunk of 7- and 8-yard, 10-yard gains there offensively by Hermon. And now we'll see how the Hermon defense does against an equally explosive Oceanside team.
Hawks kicking it off. It'll be Trask doing the honors. Short kick fielded at about the 25-yard line and straight up the middle for Oceanside. One man to beat, and that is Trask. And heading to the outside and finally brought down there for the Mariners. I believe that's number 23, Zachariah Cody.
Yeah, indeed it was. Again, short kickoff to the 25, but they were set up to handle a kick at that level, and good speed by Cody. First up the middle and then cutting the ball to the right side. Here we go on the replay here. And there goes Cody using his blocking initially up the middle. Finds some traffic, but squirts through it and then kicks out to the right side, and a saving tackle as Cody was looking to go the distance, but finally got tracked down by Garrett Trask, the Hermon quarterback. Great field position for the Mariners.
All right, their first play from scrimmage does not go far as east to west there on that play for the Mariners. The carry to Michael Norton Jr., and the senior loses a few yards.
Yeah, again, the Hermon defense is going to key on Norton. 2,000-yard rushers for Oceanside during the regular season, but Norton really the biggest of the playmakers with 23 touchdowns, so he's going to be their first priority, and at least on that play, pretty good job. Loss of 3 on first down by Oceanside.
8-0 Hermon. And here is Norton Jr. again, dragging a Hermon Hawk with him there for a few yards, as that was Mullen trying to hold on to Norton Jr.'s right leg, but a pretty good pickup there. Pickup of about 11 yards on that play. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Norton pretty big too. He's about 6'2", 6'2 and a half. Don't know his weight, but he's pretty tall for a running back, but he's able to get down low and use his strength to his advantage.
All right, 3rd down and 3. Straight up the gut go the Mariners. And let's see where they mark this one. Looks like it's going to be
pretty close. I believe that was Ripley on the carry.
All at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, and we're going to have a measurement, I believe.
No, going to say 4th down. Oh, no, they're going to bring him out.
Bring out the chains.
So the chain gang coming in from the far sideline here at Pottle Field. Done a nice job developing this football program here at Hermon High School. Great setting here at Pottle Field, and that'll be a 1st down. So Norton Jr. with the extra effort there, picking up the 1st down for the Mariners. They are trying to respond after Hermon scored a touchdown on their first drive of the ballgame, 54 yards.
Good effort by the Mariners after losing 3 yards on 1st down to come back with 2 pretty solid runs, first by Norton and by Ripley, and 1st down at the 17 as they're trying to, as you mentioned, match the touchdown that Hermon scored.
Rolling to his right is Titus Gaetong, and pass incomplete there.
Titus Gaetong's pass intended for number 9, Jack Freeman.
Oceanside will not pass very often, as we mentioned before the game. Just 19 of 35 passing during the regular season, 5 touchdowns and 1 interception, but 35 passes in 8 games is 4.5 a game. That was one of them.
Now they go back to Norton Jr., and they try to stretch it out, but he gets around the left end, and he will prance his way into the end zone. Touchdown Mariners, and it's now 8-6 Hawks.
I think the shootout is on here at Pottle Field as Michael Norton Jr. made that look easy. Getting to the outside and then turning the corner. Here's the handoff, and there's Norton. Eludes a little bit of traffic as soon as he gets the ball. Gets a block there at the corner, and then he's gone.
Yeah.
Another block to the outside. Had a lane to go through and eased up as he headed into the end zone. 17-yard touchdown run. His 24th touchdown of the season.
A lot of pressure coming up the middle there, and containment not there on that left side, and Norton Jr. the touchdown. Now the extra point, strong kick, and it is true through the uprights up onto the berm where a lot of fans are watching this one. Oh, we got a penalty against the Mariners, so take that point off the board, and they will push Oceanside.
They could push him back a few yards, and it doesn't look like it's going to make any difference based on that first kick. I mentioned Gaethong is 26 of 29 on extra point kicks during the regular season. Giving Hermon some options here. I don't know if there's an option to take the penalty on the kickoff or not, but it's a hold, so it's a 10-yard penalty. So that will push the Mariners back and make this certainly a more challenging kick. Ball's going to be placed at now about the 13, so it's going to be a 30-yard extra point now. But again, that first extra point attempt had plenty of distance. First penalty of the game, down to 5:43 left in the opening quarter. Each team with one possession, but be interesting to watch this kick as a precursor of who knows, maybe a field goal try down the road.
Both teams averaging about 36 points per game on the season. Gaeltong's timing off a little bit there. Line drive kick, and it's going to be no good. He hooked it to the left, so that penalty very costly there for the Mariners as the extra point wide left. So it will remain an 8-6 lead for the Hermon Hawks. So a very eventful start to this one. 5:43 left to go in the first quarter. Just look at these two teams over the last few years. Ernie, you mentioned the 3-21 mark for the Hawks. Last year they were 2-6. Finished up number 8 in Class C North. Did not make the playoffs. Some realignment. Putting 8 teams into the postseason this year in Class C North. Meanwhile, it's been steady progress over the last few years for West Drinkwater in its 5th year. 2014, the Mariners finished 2-6. 2015, they were 4-4. Last year, 5-3. Finished up 4th in Class B North. Lost in the regional semifinals. This year, also 5-3. And playing in this quarterfinal matchup against Hermon. So here's Gaeltong with the kick. It is a low line drive, and it's going to roll into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Hawks will start it at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Oceanside in particular had been struggling with numbers down in even the lower 20s and upper teens at a certain point, not all that long ago, but have gradually increased their numbers. It looks to be about 30 players available tonight for the Mariners, and obviously some pretty good athletes, and that's been one of the keys for Hermon as well, is not only to keep the numbers up. They've had a strong youth program, but get some of the better athletes who maybe have looked in a different direction athletically from time to time to come back to football, and that's certainly paid dividends for them here this year in particular.
Twins to each side, but the handoff goes to Bishop. He's got some running room again. He's got the first down. He's still on his feet, finally taken down just over the 40-yard line of Hermon. And Jordan Bishop already racking up the yards in this one.
Yeah, he really does. Here he goes, just a quick handoff and cuts it to the outside, uses his speed to get around that corner. Again, good block at the corner. Kind of eludes, gets in between two tacklers and down the sideline and up to about the 40, 41-yard line. Another gain on first down, his longest gain of the night at 21 yards, but as you mentioned, racking up the yardage here early in the contest.
They spot it at the 40. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. Again, the call to Bishop. Bishop turns it back inside, and it's going to take 2 or 3 Mariners once again to bring him down. He'll pick up almost 5 yards on that first down play.
Mariners tackle led by number 69, Alex McLaughlin.
57-5, 62 yards so far already in the first quarter on 7 carries for Bishop.
The BDN Main Game of the Week brought to you by Quirk Auto Group. It's your car. Find it at Quirk. Once again, Bishop alone in the backfield. Garrett Trask. The quarterback is going to take it himself. He's got a first down. He heads down the sideline, breaks a tackle, running along that sideline, cuts it back inside, and the Mariners take him down from behind. And they tackle him just shy of the 10-yard line, right about the 10-yard line. And we've got Hawks running all over the place here tonight.
Well, you watch this play. He actually hands the ball off to Bishop and then takes it back. And by that time, the Oceanside defense bid on the original handoff, and wide open spaces down the left sideline for Trask, and then gets to about the 20 and cuts back and picks up another 10 yards before the pursuit chasing him down, both in front of him and from behind. Make the tackle, but 45-yard gain there by the Hermon quarterback.
You mentioned the Mariners defense a bit on the fake handoff there to Bishop. Why wouldn't they with the start he's had?
I mean, he had to fight to get the ball back from Bishop at that point because he actually made the handoff and pulled it back, and then he was all by himself. And we mentioned Bishop's yardage a moment ago, 3 carries for 60 yards already for Garrett Trask, the quarterback. You think of running as old school football, but this is running in the new school way. You set up in the spread and try to create space for your speedsters, and certainly that is what Hermon is doing with great success here early on in this contest.
Timeout called by Oceanside there to regroup defensively. Have not had a lot of success against Hermon here at the beginning of this one. Two backs. This time it's going to be Bishop getting the handoff from Trask, fighting his way inside the 10. We've got some flags flying in from all angles here. That could be a hold on the Hawks. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, some quick feet there by Jordan Bishop, though. He kind of cuts to the outside and then cuts back inside and creates an opportunity for himself, but as the change of direction was a little too quick even for his. Actually, it's going to go a face mask on Oceanside, and so added to the run, the ball moves down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. So everything going for Hermon's offense at this point in the game.
Kyle Gallant giving the play to Trask. Coach Gallant raising his arms there a little bit, trying to get this Hermon crowd going.
Yeah, that's part of the job. You see Belichick doing that all the time, don't you?
He's got about 8 people up in the booth playing all kinds of sound effects to get the crowd going.
That and occasional Robert Kraft standing up. First down as well with the penalty.
First down.
Personal foul, so that's an automatic first down.
Ball just outside the goal line, but nothing doing there. Who is that? Big number 68 in the backfield there. Or is that 69? Alex McLaughlin.
Yeah,
it is McLaughlin on the tackle.
Nothing doing for Trask on that play.
Looks like he lost a yard or so there.
Yeah, still spotted at about the. Yeah, spotted at the. Still around the 2-yard line. Second and goal.
Hawks break the huddle. Trask under center. He's got Page and Mullen behind him along with Bishop. Here's the pitch to Bishop. Cutting it inside and cutting shy of the end zone. Thought he might get in there, but.
He was upright as he turned the corner, but he went down quickly. And we're going to say he might have gained a half a yard, but he's still at the 2. Maybe 2.5, actually, if you look at the yard marker over there on the opposite side of the field.
Third down. Let's see what the Hawks do here. Third and goal.
Pretty good defensive stand here so far by the Mariners.
8-6 our score. Both teams scoring on their first drives. Hermon trying to make it 3 for 3 in this game for the offenses. Trask, he'll break a tackle. Somebody got him by the back of the jersey there. He broke that tackle, but he is taken down for a loss of about 2 yards there on that play.
Yeah, great pursuit there by Oceanside. You mentioned the grab from behind as Trask takes the snap, just turns to his left, and 77 for Oceanside is there to grab him from behind, and then the pursuit came along. Oliver Van Orst Jones for Oceanside with that hand from behind to slow up Trask, and then help came quickly, and that goes as a loss of 2 yards on the play, and suddenly 4th down and 4, 4th down and goal for Hermon.
Number 70, Kurt Ilvenen in the middle of that defense as well. He's a tough guy to move out there. So 4th and goal. Ball on the 4, and what do we got? We got timeout called by Hermon. First-year coach Kyle Gallant wants to talk it over. Mariners will retreat to their sideline. 1:29 left to go here in the first quarter. For the best in John Deere sales and service, it's Greenway Equipment with 2 locations, one in Bangor, another in Ellsworth. You can visit them at greenwayequipment.com. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Greenway Equipment, nothing runs like a Deere.
Be interesting to see what Hermon does, because they've run their bread and butter plays already, starting with 1st and goal at the 2, and without much territory to have to defend, Oceanside's defense has been up to the task. I would think Hermon would like to try to get the ball outside. You mentioned Ilvanen inside, plays that role of nose tackle pretty physically, and so takes up a lot of space, and you have to work around him. And so that will suggest something to the outside, and we'll see 3 backs in the backfield. A wide receiver out to the right.
Page, Mullen, Bishop in that backfield behind Trask. Trask turns, fakes the handoff, now feeling some pressure. He'll turn it inside. Trask going for the end zone, and he will get in. Touchdown Hawks. A dive at the very last second there by Garrett Trask. He gets into the end zone, so on a 4th and goal play, the Hawks come through.
Yeah, this was a pass play all the way as Trask is looking to his right toward Keith Pomeroy, but finds nothing doing. Finds a hole to the left side and just runs straight and hard. Puts a dive on and gets over a defender into the end zone. Well done scramble by the Hermon quarterback, and the Hawks now 2 for 2. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Mullen scoring the first touchdown, and with Bishop in the backfield, Page, Trask, it's really going to keep a defense guessing. And that's certainly been the case here in this first quarter. Hermon scoring for the 2nd time, now trying to execute a 2-point conversion for the 2nd time tonight. And they go inside, and they will be denied as the Oceanside line stiffens up there. Let's see who was on the carry there for, looks like it was Page, but as he flips the football to the official. So the Hawks denied on that 2-point conversion attempt, but they do have a 14-6 lead over the Oceanside Mariners as we play here in this first quarter. 1:22 left to go.
Well, at this rate, these teams averaging 36 points apiece on offense, you might see something on the order of...
Yeah, we're trending towards 80 points here tonight, Ernesto.
Yeah, 36, 34, something of that order. As they do it a little differently on the ground, to be sure. But both teams with success on the ground to date. That was a 80-yard drive. Big play in that. The keeper by Trask for 45 yards to get the ball from the Hermon 45 to the Oceanside 10, and from there it was a lot of work. But
speaking of work, look at those Hermon cheerleaders.
Yeah, but if
they may get some work tonight.
They've been averaging 36 points a game. They've probably got good biceps already.
Here's the kick, a little pooch kick, taken at about the 27-yard line, and that's Norton Jr. He works his way to the right side, now cuts it back towards the middle of the field, still on his feet, and he'll finally be taken down. I think his forward progress probably brings him to about the 44, so another good return there for the Mariners.
Yeah, just so dangerous, Norton. You can see that every time he touches the ball. He is a threat, and that time modest kickoff return, but about 18 yards on that return, and here goes Oceanside out near midfield at the 44 for their 2nd possession of the game.
Gale Tong, the quarterback. Norton Jr. behind him. They're going to give it to number 22, and spinning his way to a first down for the Mariners. Getting the call there is Ben Ripley. He's got over 1,000 yards this season. That's his 95th carry here in 2017 and scored 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, kind of lost in the big play shadow of Norton, but there's Ripley, rugged runner. Lower center of gravity, gets about 5 yards and then makes the spin move to add enough for the first down. So solid 10-yard gain there by Ripley.
Now they go inside, And looks like about a 3-yard gain there. As the carry that time, who was that, Ernie?
Well, that wasn't Ripley. I'm going to have to take a look for a minute.
This looked like 32.
Yeah, it did. 32 is...
We don't have one on our roster. Unless that jersey is twisted out there. The light blue on the white. Not the worst I've seen, but it's not the best situation. I like that gold on the kind of royal blue there for the Hawks. This time it's Norton Jr. and the Hawks keying in on him. And they'll take the talented running back for the Mariners down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was 32 on the earlier carry. And here's Norton, and their number 16 on the outside comes up to slow him down. And from there, just a gang tackle by the Hermon Hawks. Keith Pomeroy on that initial contact, and then the surge up the middle lost Oceanside the 2 yards they had gained on the previous play.
All right, that's going to do it for the first quarter. After one here at Pottle Field and Hermon High School, it is the Hermon Hawks 14 and the Oceanside Mariners 6. This is the BDN Maine Game of the Week.
It's your Monday morning and your Friday night. It's your suitcase, your tour guide, and your photo booth. It's your new beginning and your fresh start. It's your library, your hotspot, and your movie theater. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
If time is infinite, why is there never enough of it? A John Deere One Family Tractor with Quick Park lets you attach and go. iMatch Quick Hitch gives you more time for what you love, so it takes less work to do more work. Auto Connect Drive Over Mower Deck? Done. They're not making any more land, but there's plenty of time if you know where to look.
Visit Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth, or find us online at greenwayequipment.com.
Back here at Pottle Field, third down play, pass from Gaeltong to Bishop. Not Bishop. Norton Jr. We got a couple of number 2s out there. Incomplete. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 10 for the Mariners. So they will punt it here. First punt of the night.
Screen pass that Norton almost caught, which would have been a bad play because he would have lost about 8 yards. As it is, the incompletion leaves it 4th and 10 at the 44. And as you mentioned, the punt.
Gaeltong trying to boot it away from Bishop, and the ball will roll down to about the 15-yard line of the Hawks, so that'll be the worst field position of the night for either side, Ernie.
Yes, although I think Hermon in his last possession
started at the 20, didn't they?
Yep,
After
they did.
The, touchback.
So pretty long drive in the last position, 80 yards, and now they have a chance here to put together another long drive and consume the clock. Is a good job by the Hermon defense of stopping Oceanside.
Got some first quarter scores here. Portland, number 6 in Class A, taking on number 3 Oxford Hills. No score at the end of one in that ball game. In Class B action, number 6 Brunswick taking on number 3 Coney tonight. Brunswick's been playing better here towards the end of the season. That ball game into the second quarter, and it's just 7-6 Coney. And Messalonsky, number 4, taking on Brewer, and the Eagles a 10-0 lead over the Witches at the end of one. And MDI down on the island leading John Babs 8-0 at the end of the first quarter. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Hermon Hawks. Trask making his way back to the huddle. BDN Maine Game of the Week brought to you by Tradewinds Markets. Happy hour specials and Sunday football specials. A family-size one-topping pizza for just $6.99, a pound of wings for just $6.99, and a pound of crispy fries for only $2.99. Bundle all three, and it only costs you $12.99. And here's the handoff to Bishop. Loses his footing briefly, but still on his feet and up over the 25-yard line.
And that'll be a first down. Good job of keeping his balance. Had to use a hand to help himself. Here he goes off to the right and then cuts the inside. through a gap and then cuts back again.
Right there.
Almost loses his balance, but uses his left arm to stay up and add 3 or 4 more yards to get to the first down marker for the Hermon Hawks. And now we've got actually a measurement. I assume the first down, but we're going to have another measurement here to.
You've been pretty solid
see.
this year.
I think he made it, but it's pretty close. Ball is just beyond the 25.
Ooh.
And
just shot.
Oh, my eyes deceive me. You know, you get down to that 2 or 3 inch mark difference, it becomes a little bit of a challenge, particularly when you're wearing glasses. But still, second and very, very short for the Hawks, so a pretty enviable position to be in.
11:14 left to go here in this first half. One possession game. Hermon defense, the first stop in the ball game on the last possession by Oceanside.
Second and inches gives you an opportunity to do just about anything you want, experimentally if you so choose, because you're going to have third and short being the worst, but not the case here.
Or you can play it very conservatively and do a quarterback sneak. It wasn't easy there for Garrett Trask, but he may have picked up the few inches that he needed for the first down.
I actually think he lost some. I think he lost a few inches. Going to go from second and 6 inches to third and a foot.
Yeah, we've seen that Oceanside defense, especially the front line there, stiffen up a little bit despite giving up the 2 touchdowns to Hermon on their first 2 possessions. They did stop the second 2-point attempt by the Hawks. Now it's third down and about a foot. Plenty of options here for the Hawks and Coach Kyle Gallant. Trask spins. He's going to pass it here on 3rd and inches. Now he's heading towards the sideline, cuts up the sideline. He's got the first down. Now just a couple of Mariners to beat. They can't get him from behind. He cuts it back to the middle. Trask heading for the end zone and finally will be taken down at about the 10-yard line. What a run there by Garrett Trask, the Hermon Hawk quarterback.
Again, it looked all a part of a pass play, but you almost think that Hermon's almost faking the pass play just to get some space for Trask to do what he does, and that's run. He outruns the defensive lineman here, gets to the sideline, and then alertly cuts back to his left to avoid that tackle. Again, looks to go down the hash mark, but sees room on the right side of the field, and then it's just a foot race at this point, and Michael Norton Jr. Finally tracking Garrett Trask down after a long, long gain. Ball looks like it's at about the 10, so we're going to call that 25 and 40, 65 yards on that gain by Garrett Trask. Puts him well over 100 yards for the game.
Figures it would be Norton Jr. tracking Trask down. Now Trask hands it off inside. Now looks like Mullen with the carry. River Mullen, sophomore, who scored the first touchdown of the night. He'll pick up 3 on that first down play. 2nd down and 7.
So it's not 2nd and goal. They must have started just outside the 10 on this drive, and it looks to be by a matter of a few inches.
Trask under center. Bishop is the deep back, and we got some movement on both lines. Who started that fracas?
Well, the Hermon offense is
moving,
walking backwards, so it looks to be their first penalty of the game. 2 flags on Oceanside so far, so pretty clean contest here as we approach the midpoint of the second quarter.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down, about 12 for the Hawks. Trask pitches it back to Bishop. Bishop cuts it back inside, but he'll be tackled outside the 10-yard line. So not much there on that play for the Hawks. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Ripley came up, did a pretty good job. Or actually, Zachariah Cody came up, did a pretty good job of taking the outside away. And so Bishop has to cut it back, and there the help arrives, and just a short gain for Jordan Bishop, although he spins over a defender, over top of the defender, to pick up an extra yard.
Yeah, that time the Oceanside defense had to push up the middle, but they also had that containment on that left side, as you mentioned, Ernie, and thus the no gain there on that second down play. So it's third down and long. Trask under pressure. Moves to his left. Now he's going to take it himself, and he'll be pushed out of bounds inside the 5. So it's going to be fourth down. I don't think he got the first down on that play, and he might be fourth down and about 1.
Yeah, I think he had to get inside the 1 here, and there's the fake handoff, looking like he's setting back to pass, but good inside pressure again by Oceanside. I believe that's number 59. Still too much quickness by Trask. He's able to get to the sideline, jumps toward the end zone, and winds up bouncing off another defender and out of bounds.
Yeah, we don't have a 59.
Okay, could have been
54.
54, I would go with. And
again, it's tough to
see those numbers.
Pick up those numbers, especially if they get any wrinkle in those jerseys. They can turn into something else.
You got a penalty on the play that's going to set Hermon back, so that gain gets wiped out, and now suddenly the ball now is at the 22. Hold on Hermon as that play got extended.
Trask under center. Page, Mullen, Bishop in the backfield. They fake it to Bishop. Now they fire to the end zone. The ball is up there, and the pass is going to be incomplete. And no flag out there. Gaeltong was back covering that play for the Mariners.
Yeah, a little hands on the back, but didn't extend them in a pushing matter, and so that
fourth down and 22
goes for an incompletion. And a timeout here as Hermon tries to decide what to do on fourth and essentially 22 from the 22. Penalty, awful, hurtful in that situation as Hermon was looking at fourth and maybe a 1, but the gain wiped out with the penalty as well as the 10-yard mark off, and things have changed.
14-6 our score, 7:23 left to go here in the first half. Great crew once again here for the BDN Main Game of the Week. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark from the Bangor Daily News. Kim Mitchell directing this one. Mark Paulette in the press box as well on replay. We got Jay Baines and Aaron Jackson working the cameras here tonight. All right, 4th and 22. Ball on the 23-yard line. Trask back to pass. Some pressure coming from his left side. Now he'll take it himself, and he'll be run out of bounds inside the 10, but the Mariners will take over the football on downs.
And Norton again on the tackle. He's everywhere on the field. And, yeah, no receivers wide open, and Trask did what he could to pin Oceanside's offense deep in their own territory, and a pretty good job of that. Looks like the ball is going to be spotted at about the 7-yard line.
BDN Main Game of the Week brought to you by Digital Workshop, specializing in video production, including weddings, events, sports videos, videos for business, and the web. Digital Workshop, simply the best. Visit them at mainprovideo.com. Here is Norton Jr. getting the call for the Mariners, trying to get around that left end, and he is brought down well behind the line of scrimmage as the Hawks did a great job there stringing that one out, and then a gang tackling event at the end there.
Yeah, they saw Norton move to his left, and the entire defense went with him. You see plenty of numbers out there by Hermon. There is Jordan Bishop with the first contact, and will get credit for the tackle, but gets plenty of help
Mullen in there
before Norton finally goes down.
So a loss of about 5 on that first down play. And the Mariners working from the shadows of the goalposts in the end zone there. This time the call goes to Ripley. And the junior, believe it or not, solid game there.
Yeah, boy. And you get comedy as well as football here tonight. 2 for the price of 1. You be here all week, Jim?
Just for the next hour or two.
Okay. I don't think they're serving veals, so you can't try that.
3rd and 6 here for the Mariners. And jumping, I believe, somebody on that defensive line. Number 66, maybe a little quick on the trigger there. Giovanni Carino, senior defensive lineman.
Offsides it is, and suddenly it's now 3rd and short after Oceanside was pinned next to its goal line. So here's a chance with a good run here as it's 3rd and really less than 1 to get a first down and start something, and also change the field position just a little bit.
Penalties problematic for the Hawks here over the last few minutes.
Yeah, not a lot of them, but just where and when have been the issue.
3rd and 1, and that'll be a first down for the Mariners.
See, now that is 32, by the way.
Yeah,
we just don't have a 32
on the field. We just don't have one on the roster we were given here.
He's the short yardage guy for the Mariners and did the job there, and converting that gain gets out to the 21.
1st and 10 for Oceanside. Trying to get even in this one, but that right side pretty well clogged up there by the Hawks. And
Ben Ripley with the carry.
No gain, or barely a gain there for the Mariners.
Yeah, I think these defenses are getting a little bit used to the offenses on both sides. Familiarity with the staple plays have slowed down their effectiveness and slowed down the offensive pace of this game.
2nd and 10, so no gain on that first down play. Gale Tong gives it to Norton Jr. He's got some running room. He gets around that Hermon defensive backfield, and he may take it home. He's at the 20-yard line. 15, 10, 5. He is in. No flags down on the field. Touchdown, Norton Jr. and Mariners back on the board. It's now 14-12.
78 yards on the counter play here. Here comes Norton. Takes the inside handoff. Comes up the middle, a big block there by number 70, Ilvanen. And at this point, it's a foot race. Once he broke that arm tackle at about the 35, and nobody's catching Michael Norton Jr. He's been a big playmaker all year for the Mariners. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night, I believe, 25th on the season. And suddenly we're with a 2-point conversion of a tie game, although we'll see if Oceanside is going to kick. No, they are going for 2 in this instance.
Gale Tong keeps it himself, and he won't get in. Taken out of bounds across the way by the Hawks, and the score will remain Hermon 14, Oceanside 12.
.95 yards on 6 carries for Norton Jr. That's a 93-yard drive from the 7-yard line. 93 yards in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays, plus that penalty, that 5-yard penalty that converted a 3rd and 6 into a 3rd and 5 3/4 to a 3rd and a foot, which they were able to convert. And then 2 plays later, Michael Norton goes to the house.
Another quality game here on the BDN Main Game of the Week. Again, next Friday night. We'll be somewhere, Ernie.
Somewhere. A few options. Mesolonsky 16, Brewer 7. Halftime, Gardner and Morse are scoreless.
Saw that Mesolonsky team last week against Lawrence. Had a 2-touchdown lead against the Bulldogs, but ended up losing that game to Lawrence. And here comes River Mullen back once again. Another good return there for Mullen and the Hawks. He brings it up to the 45. And once again, solid field position.
Well, and that's been the issue when Hermon's had to drive a long distance. They haven't always been quite as successful. Here's the kickoff, popped it up into the air, and Mullen catches it, I believe, on the run a little bit. There indeed he was. Fairly deep kick there, almost out-kicked the coverage perhaps, and here's Mullen looking for a hole, finds it to his left, and then cuts back to his right and absorbs a hit. Michael Norton Jr. right in the middle of it, of course. But the ball at the 46-yard line, great field position for the Hermon Hawks.
Hawks on the attack once again. Their lead down to 2, and they're going to give it to Page. He breaks a tackle at the line. He's got a first down, and he'll be taken down at about the 38-yard line of Oceanside. So Page getting into the act.
Yeah, you see the defense kind of go in the direction of Jordan Bishop to the right, and Page gets the inside handoff, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, then cuts to his left and finds some open space. Real good gain there, and a first down for the Hawks.
Nick Page, over 200 yards rushing coming into the ball game. So the Hawks working in Oceanside territory now. Ball at the 38-yard line. Trask hands off to the first back, the fullback Page, and he will power his way to the 35. So a pickup of 3 on that first down play. Just a few minutes left in this first half. Coming up at the half, we'll have some first half highlights. There have been plenty of them. We'll also have some first half stats courtesy of Ernie Clark from the Bangor Daily News, and we'll hit the scoreboard once again as well. 2nd down and 7 for Hermon. Trying to get back on the board for the 3rd time here in this first half. Kyle Gallant looking down the line there. The ball is loose, picked up by Bishop, but after his progress was stymied there a bit with the fumble. Fortunately for the Hawks and Bishop, he was able to recover, but no gain on that 2nd down play.
Yeah, and the fumble out in space, so he had a little bit of time to regroup. The gain on the play, none really, but 3rd and 7 could have been a lot worse had the ball bounced in a different direction.
Third and 7. Hawks to the line. Trask under center. And he lost the ball momentarily. Picks it up. Now he's looking to pass. Firing towards the end zone. He's got a man down there, and it's caught! Touchdown Hawks! On the receiving end there for Hermon is number 16. That's Keith Pomeroy, the junior wideout, with the catch in the end zone. And that's the first touchdown via the pass here tonight, but the Hawks have their 3rd touchdown here in the first half.
Yeah, again, a fumble on the snap, but Garrett Trask regroups, steps back, and launches. Pomeroy was covered, but was behind the defender, and a good, accurate throw toward the sideline. Pomeroy, the leading receiver for Hermon during the regular season, was able to come down with that 35 yards on the play, and Hermon back on the board.
Yeah, Pomeroy, 11 receptions for 217 yards coming in. That is his 4th touchdown here in 2017. Trask pitches it to Bishop, who stumbles and is taken down shy of the end zone. So once again, the 2-point conversion is no good for Hermon, and that'll keep the score at 20-12. So still a 1-possession game, Ernie.
Yeah, it's an entertaining contest. We're getting some big plays here. The 78-yard run by Michael Norton Jr. of Oceanside, answered quickly by a good kick return, then the long pass play from Trask to Pomeroy. And you mentioned we were on an 80-point pace. If we get another score here before the break, that's just where we'll be at 20-12 with a little under 2 minutes left. And these offenses are delivering largely as advertised so far.
Big crowd here tonight at Pottle Field. As we mentioned, a great environment for some postseason high school football. A lot of fans are watching this game from the berm at the end zone to our left as we look down on the field. Oceanside fans across the way. Chill in the air here tonight. By the end of this game, we should be down into the mid-40s. Got a great facility here. Nice press box off to our left, Ernie. Unfortunately, we're not in there, but it's not bad out here. I like our vantage point here.
Much better than it would have been had it been last night, for instance, or the night before.
Right.
Wondering when the rain was ever going to stop.
Just looking in there, Kim Mitchell, Mark Paulette enjoying the comforts of the press box here at Pottle Field, and they put a pretty good spread out there before the game as well.
Yeah, and honestly, we feel good that the rest of the crew is inside and out of the elements and near the food and drink.
Well,
now that's the way we would want it.
1/3 of our crew. Jay Baines is right to your right. Aaron Jackson off to our left here.
Yeah, but I think I saw Aaron at the trough there a little earlier.
Oh, yes.
Loading up.
Yeah.
Anyways, a squib kick. Yeah. Squib kick and great field position for Oceanside to start this out with 1:50 left in the half.
At their own 45, trailing it by 8, but plenty of time. 1:50 up on the clock. Here's Norton Jr. And, man, is he tough to take down. He'll pick up 5 before a couple of Hawks bring him down. One of them, number 69, Adam McGuire. He's just a sophomore.
I mean, it's the combination of size, strength, and speed in terms of Norton. He's bigger than most of the defenders he's going up against.
Can I add one more?
Sure.
Determination.
Okay, we'll go with that. Certainly when he gets hit the first time, rarely does he go down, and that's a sign of that determination.
And they flip it to Norton Jr. He cuts it to the outside. He's got the first down. He's still on his feet, and we got a flag thrown in. That may not be good for the Mariners. It's thrown into the middle of the action there. We'll see if it's an illegal block or
right about at the corner where Norton Jr.
See if we can pick it up here.
Took that inside handoff, broke it to the outside, and when he got to the corner, that's when the flag flew. Can't see the contact that caused it right there, but both officials threw the flag in the same place at about the Hermon 40, and that's going to negate that run, and we'll see where it leaves Oceanside with still 1 minute and 7 seconds left here in the first half.
Going to be a hold. Pretty good arm strength shown there by a couple of officials.
That was launched. I think we saw some former quarterbacks
showing off here.
Well, there was one in particular from well downfield that unleashed.
So the penalty against Oceanside is going to negate a big pickup there by Norton Jr. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 now for Oceanside. Ball on their 48. Ripley, Norton Jr., and nothing doing there for the Mariners. Hawks all over that play, as that was Ripley getting the handoff there, but he's going to lose some big-time yardage here.
Yeah, never really had a chance to get started. There's the handoff to Ripley, looking for space. Good penetration by Hermon. Looks like 22, perhaps, on that initial hit. Maybe Sean Stark.
He's getting some pats on the back out there.
Yeah,
so.
He's a senior. He was right there, made the good initial surge, and was able to send Ripley for a significant loss. A loss of about 7 yards back to the 41. So 3rd and long now. 3rd and 14.
Yeah, time winding down. Looks like Oceanside may be willing to let this first half just clock out here.
Clock is stopped at 13.1. That may be a delay of game penalty indeed. Be another 5 yards. But you're right.
They're going to be happy to.
Not concerned about that.
Head to the half here, down by a score, 20-12.
And Oceanside will be receiving the ball to start the second half, so not the worst thing in the world to regroup and set yourself for an opening drive in the third quarter.
Wes Drinkwater, head coach for the Mariners. In year number 5, there's a loose football. Gailtong, I think, fell on it. And that will do it. Well, let's see. Still 5.8 up on the clock.
Spot the ball for no gain. And now they should.
First down, Hawks.
Well, the ball was turned over.
There was they didn't change the marker across the way there because where it said third down. But
no, it was a fumble.
Oh, it was a fumble?
It had to be because it wasn't downs. So there was a turnover on the play. First turnover of the game, I believe. And
somebody at the bottom of that pile for the Hawks came up with it.
So the ball is at the 36-yard line of Oceanside. So here's a chance to throw the ball in the end zone. The last touchdown pass from Trask to Pomeroy was 35. So here's a chance to, get a gift here at the end of the half with one play to go at 5.8 seconds left.
7-6, 5-6-0.
First turnover of the game by either team.
7-6, 5-6-0. Please come to the...
We talked a little Class B. Of course, this is a Class C quarterfinal. In Class D, Foxcroft and Bucksport getting first-round byes. Tonight, Mattanockhook hosting Holton. And Dexter and Ellsworth also playing tonight in Dexter.
Two northernmost teams in the state, Holton and Mattanockhook Academy, squaring off in the North Country of Lincoln, Maine, where I was last week.
Where's Stearns?
Oh, Stearns, right, too. You're right. That's 2 out of the 3 then.
I didn't know it right off the bat, but it just didn't sound right to me, Lincoln.
No.
But
now
so we got a penalty here against.
I think I saw offsides possibly, and that just moves the ball 5 yards closer to the end zone. And
officials talking it over.
Offsides indeed. That's going to be against Oceanside. Another penalty there. They now have 5 penalties for 38 yards.
So march off 5 yards. Takes it down to the 32-yard line. Trask displaying a pretty strong arm on the touchdown to Pomeroy. He'll try to launch another one here, getting some decent protection. A wobbly pass here is going to come up well shy of the goal line. The pass is incomplete, and that'll do it for the first half of action tonight here at Pottle Field. Entertaining first half right now. The number 4 seed and the home team, the Hermon Hawks, with a 20-12 lead over Oceanside. We will take a timeout. We'll come back with a halftime report after this on the BDN Maine Game of the Week.
Exclusive savings are happening at a Tradewinds location near you. Save big with our happy hour specials every day from 4 to 6 p.m. Grab a family size 1-topping pizza, $6.99. Get 1 pound of our tender boneless wings, $6.99. A full pound of our locally famous buffalo wings, $6.99. Or 1 pound of our crispy french fries, just $2.99. Get this bundle deal and save 50%. Score even more with extended hours on Sunday at a Tradewinds location near you.
It's your picnic table and your park bench. It's your hotel room, your office, and your nursery. It's your first date and a shoulder to cry on. It's your barbershop, your dance floor, and your toolbox. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
You deserve a clean car. Let Dean's take care of the details. Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader since 1971. Let the pros at Dean's renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. For interior detailing, exterior detailing, and complete detailing packages, call Dean's at 945-3016 or book your appointment online at deansdetailing.com. And Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit for any special occasion. Dean's Detailing. We make used look like new.
What do you get when you combine pure diesel power with 1,600 pounds of raw iron and steel? Meet the 2R series from John Deere. Up to 32 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, cruise control, and a 6-year powertrain warranty that's best in its class. This rugged workhorse won't make your breakfast, but with quick attach features, you can do pretty much anything else. Ride one today at your John Deere dealer.
Visit Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth, or find us online at greenwayequipment.com.
We may not be the biggest, but we're definitely the best. Here at Tim's Plumbing, we know that when a plumbing issue pops up, you need it fixed. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. We even do kitchen and bath remodeling. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. You can call us at 735-4969 or 327-1620. At Tim's Plumbing, service is our specialty.
Since 2006, we've offered free ATMs worldwide to our customers, saving them over $16 million. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
Welcome back to Hermon High School. It is time for the halftime report. Very entertaining, very competitive first half between the number 4 seed and the number 5 seed in Class C North. Hermon hosting Oceanside here tonight, and let's get to some of the highlights here in this very eventful first half. First score of the ball game, Ernie. River Mullen getting the Hawks on the board.
Yeah, a little bit of a misdirection to the extent that everybody on the Oceanside defense thought the ball was going to Jordan Bishop. Wide open hole up the middle for Mullen to get to the end zone on a 4th down play. And here is Michael Norton Jr. taking the handoff of that double wing formation by Oceanside and getting to the corner and then cruising into the end zone.
You mentioned it earlier, Norton Jr. has been everywhere on this field here tonight, offensively and defensively. Garrett Trask, the quarterback for Hermon, gives their offense another dimension. This time taking the ball himself down that left sideline, and long run there. Cuts it back inside and would finally be taken down by the Oceanside defense inside the 10-yard line. And that would set up the second touchdown of the night for the Hawks.
And there's Garrett Trask again going back to pass and then deciding to run and diving over. That was the 4th down play, 4th and 4 after some good stops by Oceanside after Hermon had a 1st and goal at the 2. That's the second touchdown to make it 14-6.
And Trask not done. Another long run here by the Hermon quarterback.
Again, drops back to pass, lets the defense kind of spread out a bit, and then attacks the open area. Not necessarily by design, but great scrambling ability here. Long run by.
Head on a swivel there, looking for some open field. Found it. Finally, Norton Jr. Tracking him down after
65 yards on the gain.
And then it would be Oceanside getting this game within 2 points here as Norton Jr. once again, Ernie.
Untouched really until he got into the secondary and then barely touched.
Turned on the Jets.
And this play goes for 78 yards, and the Mariners are right back in the game, down just 14-12 at this point.
So a lot of success for the Hawks on the ground, but late in the first half, it was Garrett Trask going to the air.
Yeah, fumbled the snap, picked it up, kept his wits about him. No pressure from the defense there and launched the ball to the end zone. Keith Pomeroy behind the Oceanside defender, sure hands on the catch as Cody tried to knock the ball out after the catch was made and unsuccessful, and that touchdown gave Hermon its 8-point halftime lead.
20-12 our score. We'll take another timeout. When we come back, we'll cover the scoreboard from around the states here on the BDN Maine Game of the Week.
Exclusive savings are happening at a Tradewinds location near you. Save big with our happy hour specials every day from 4 to 6 p.m. Grab a family size 1-topping pizza, $6.99. Get 1 pound of our tender boneless wings, $6.99. A full pound of our locally famous buffalo wings, $6.99. Or 1 pound of our crispy french fries, just $2.99. Get this bundle deal and save 50%. Score even more with extended hours on Sunday at a Tradewinds location near you.
It's your Monday morning and your Friday night. It's your suitcase, your tour guide, and your photo booth. It's your new beginning and your fresh start. It's your library, your hotspot, and your movie theater. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
You deserve a clean car. Let Dean's take care of the details. Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader since 1971. Let the pros at Dean's renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. For interior detailing, exterior detailing, and complete detailing packages, call Dean's at 945-3016 or book your appointment online at deansdetailing.com. And Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit for any special occasion. Dean's Detailing. We make used look like new.
If time is infinite, why is there never enough of it? A John Deere One Family Tractor with Quick Park lets you attach and go. iMatch Quick Hitch gives you more time for what you love, so it takes less work to do more work. Auto Connect Drive Over Mower Deck? Done. They're not making any more land, but there's plenty of time if you know where to look.
Visit Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth or find us online at greenwayequipment.com.
Choosing the right school for driver's ed has never been more important. Northeast Driving School has been the leader in driver training since 1969. Greater Bangor's #1 team of instructors is experienced, professional, and dedicated to its students. Northeast offers a variety of weekday and weekend courses. Call 942-1769 or sign up at northeastdrivingschool.com.
We are back here at the half, 20-12. Hermon with the lead over the Oceanside Mariners. Second half action right around the corner. Let's go to the scoreboard here in Class A tonight. One score we have at the half. It is Portland, the number 6 seed, leading number 3 Oxford Hills by a score of 7-0. Elsewhere in Class B, Coney coming to life in their game against Brunswick. Number 3 against number 6 in that one. Coney hosting the Dragons, and the Rams leading at 21-6 at the end of the first 24 minutes. Brewer and Messalonsky, number 5 against number 4, and close one in Oakland. It is the Eagles leading the Witches by a score of 16-15. Austin Pelletier playing in that one, Ernie. We saw him last week, got injured in the first half against Lawrence, and finished up that game on crutches.
Yeah, leading rusher in Class B North throughout the regular season with more than 1,200 yards. Has at least one touchdown here tonight, as I recall. So he's back in action and helping the Eagles. That was a 35-33 game in favor of Messalonsky when they met in Week 6 down at Oakland. They're back at Oakland again tonight, and looks like more of the same with a score 16-15 at intermission.
And elsewhere in Class C, down on the island, MDI, number 1, and they've really been on a roll. They're leading John Bapst 14-0. That is a second quarter score. And that MDI team, they may be the class of this division.
Yeah, I mean,
not just because they're number 1, but by the way they've been playing, especially over the last 5 or 6 weeks here.
Yeah, they've been on a roll. Lost a 1-point decision at Winslow on opening day. Have not been really threatened since then, and playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of experience in the backfield, and and that's a 1 versus 8 matchup. So you would expect MDI to be able to have its way. Now, the winner of this game, number 4 versus number 5, Hermon against Oceanside, will play the winner of that game next Friday night, I believe, in both cases, whether it would be MDI or John Bapst. But if the seeds hold, then the game would be played down on the island. That is, I believe both teams lost to MDI during the season. I know that Hermon suffered its first loss of the year down on the island in Week 4 of the season.
And at the Alphon Arena tonight, Ernie, in college hockey, the Maine Black Bears hosting Minnesota Duluth. They were the runner-up in the NCAA tournament last season. They had a power outage, and the power came back on at about 7:15 tonight, and they dropped the puck at 8:27. And we've got no score in that hockey game, I should say, at Alphon Arena right now. All right, that'll do it for the scoreboard. We'll try to track some more scores down as well as we move along in this second half. But we're going to take a timeout right here, and we'll come back with some first half numbers. This is the BDN Maine Game of the Week.
It's your picnic table and your park bench. It's your hotel room, your office, and your nursery. It's your first date and a shoulder to cry on. It's your barbershop, your dance floor, and your toolbox. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
Exclusive savings are happening at a Tradewinds location near you. Save big with our happy hour specials every day from 4 to 6 p.m. Grab a family size one-topping pizza, $6.99. Get 1 pound of our tender boneless wings, $6.99. A full pound of our locally famous buffalo wings, $6.99. Or 1 pound of our crispy french fries, just $2.99. Get this bundle deal and save 50%. Score even more with extended hours on Sunday at a Tradewinds location near you.
We may not be the biggest, but we're definitely the best. Here at Tim's Plumbing, we know that when a plumbing issue pops up, you need it fixed. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. We even do kitchen and bath remodeling. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. You can call us at 735-4969 or 327-1620. At Tim's Plumbing, service is our specialty.
Since 2006, we've offered free ATMs worldwide to our customers, saving them over $16 million. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
Welcome back to Pottle Field here at Hermon High School. Just about set for third quarter action. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark from the Bangor Daily News with you here in Hermon for this Class C North quarterfinal game. Hawks the number 4 seed, Oceanside the number 5 seed. Hawks 6-2 coming into this ball game. Oceanside 5-3. And as Ernie mentioned, the winner of this game likely, although there's a half of football to be played, to be taking on the number 1 seed, the MDI Trojans, who had a decent lead over number 8 John Bapst after the first half down on MDI. And that UMaine hockey game, just some clarification, they'll be dropping the puck in about 5 minutes at the Alfond Arena. Again, a power outage up on the UMaine campus for UMaine hockey as they are taking on Minnesota Duluth tonight.
A few stats here for you. Halftime. For the Hermon Hawks, Garrett Trask, the leading rusher in the game, 142 yards on 9 carries, including the runs of 45 and 65 yards. Jordan Bishop, 13 for 57, 258 total yards for Hermon, 123 for Oceanside, most of that on 7 carries for 100 yards by Michael Norton Jr. Norton, of course, with both touchdowns for the Mariners.
Garrett Trask, the kickoff, a short one, picked up after a couple of hops by Michael Norton Jr., and he gets around that right end. Norton on the move, and he'll drop the shoulder. He'll go out of bounds, I believe, in Hermon territory. Got it across midfield. We're sitting right at the 50-yard line here in our vantage point for myself and Ernie, and they're going to spot it at about the 47-yard line of Hermon. So Oceanside trailing it by 8, first possession of the second half. And we'll see how the Mariners fare in this set of downs here against the Hermon Hawks. Ripley, Norton Jr. Unfortunately, we don't have a name for number 32. And the carry there by Ripley, and he'll pick up about 8 yards on that first down play. So a good start for Oceanside here in the second half.
Good field position and good solid gain by Ripley.
Yeah, make it 7 yards on that first down play.
Giltong, the quarterback, hands it off to the first back, and it's going to be a first down. As see who got the call there for the Mariners. And at the bottom of the pile, it's going to be number 32.
I can't hear. I'm trying to hear the PA announcer announce it. We'll probably have to go find out.
Yeah, during our next break, I'll run in there and see if we can.
It's going to be a first down.
1st and 10 for the Mariners. Ball at the 35-yard line of Hermon. Chilly night here in Hermon, but great football weather. And again, Oceanside keeping it on the ground. They go straight up the middle. And
Ripley with the carry.
Did you hear that?
That was Ripley on the
Okay.
carry, 22.
Four yards on that first down play. 2nd down and 6 for the Mariners. Giltong's going to give it to number 32 once again, and that's looking like a loss there for Oceanside of maybe a yard. 3rd down and 6. He lost a half yard on that first down play.
I believe it's Michael Yates.
It is a one-syllable name.
It's 52 in the program.
Oh, wow. He is listed as a fullback.
So there we go.
Keeping it on the ground are the Mariners. And as they break from Ripley, the carry that time for Oceanside. He'll pick up a couple.
It's going to be 4th down, and looks like a long one or maybe two. Ball at the 26, 27-yard line.
Yates and Norton Jr. behind Galetong. He's going to give it to Yates, and
looks like Yates got it.
And they will move the chains. So another first down for Oceanside.
And no carries on this drive by Michael Norton yet.
That will not hold.
Oh, that's 1, 2.
Maybe on this drive, but not for the second half. 8:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Oceanside on the move. They're inside the 25 of the Hawks, and now Norton Jr. gets the call. He's met near the line, and it'll take 3 or 4 Hawks to bring him down, but they do. Let's see where they mark his forward progress.
It's like a gain of about 1 yard as Norton gets his first carry of the second half and is met by the middle of the Hermon defensive line. Uses his leg to power forward for a yard or two. They give him 2 yards on the carry, and that's about what he got before he was driven back. But that was a well-earned and hard-fought 2 yards there by Norton.
4 Hermon Hawks in on the tackle. 2nd and 8. Galetong gives it to Norton Jr. Norton Jr. dancing through that defense of Hermon. He's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Oceanside back on the board once again, and they are within 2 points of tying this one up.
Again, running out of that wing here. He comes out of that wing back position, takes the ball, and then cuts immediately up the middle. Good hole there. Really not touched much. Try for a tackle from behind, but again, it's just once he gets into the secondary, it's cruise control for Norton, and that's touchdown number 3 of the night, number 26 of the season. And as you mentioned, we are within a 2-point conversion of a tie game.
Norton Jr., the deep back, and we got a flag down. It's going to be offsides against Hermon, so that'll cut the distance in half. As we mentioned, that is a penalty 4 or 5 on Hermon, but they've all come at very critical points in this ball game.
Yeah, that's penalty number 4 on Hermon. 20 yards on 3 penalties in the first half. That penalty only goes for 1.5 yards. But in terms of where we are in this game and a chance to make a 2-point conversion to tie it up, that's a great benefit to the Oceanside Mariners.
And they're going to be denied. Good job there by that Hermon defense. In on the tackle for the Hawks. Number 59, Caleb Dunton.
Yeah, here's the handoff. The wingback is Ripley, and there was somebody there immediately. Once he got the handoff, he had to step backwards. And was that 69?
Yeah, I think that was 69, Adam McGuire.
Nice play there. Good pursuit in through the offensive line, and really no chance for Ripley to get turned upfield to make that 2-yard gain to the end zone after the penalty, let alone the normal 3 yards. So Hermon stays on top by 2 as Oceanside unable to convert an extra point yet in the game. Missed the first one on a kick after a penalty, after a 10-yard holding penalty. 30-yard extra point was wide left, and then the last 2 times have been 2-point attempts, and the Mariners unsuccessful both times.
So Titus Gaetong will kick it off here for the Mariners. And it is a squib kick, but we got a flag down, and maybe the Mariners are offside. That is the case, so that'll set Oceanside back 5 yards. 20-18. The winner advances to the semifinals in Class C North.
It's a Hermon girls soccer. Takes on MCI.
Gaetong will be kicking it off from the 35 now. Bishop and Mullen are deep for Hermon. Here's the boots, end over end. Running up on it is Bishop. He's got a full head of steam. He'll kick it to the right now, back into the middle of the field, and battling his way almost to midfield. Great strength and athleticism and more determination there for Jordan Bishop.
Yeah, Mullen had been having most of the success on the kickoff returns early in the game, but here's the other half of that combination back in receiving. And there's Jordan Bishop at about the 20-yard line, and really 20 yards before he encounters any Oceanside defenders at all. And then some leg strength and determination adds another 9 to 10 yards to the play, and again, great field position for the Hawks at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, anytime a returner can have his momentum heading upfield as he's fielding the football, as was the case there, certainly an advantage. Bishop gets the call on the first down, and he'll be ridden to the turf after about a 2-yard pickup on first down. So 2nd down and 8 for Hermon. We're under a little bit of pressure here, Ernie. We had some fans not happy with us as they came into Pottle Field here tonight.
We were in their spots.
We could be responsible.
The word, the 4-letter word that begins with a J and ends with an INX was thrown out there a bit.
And we've got a Mariner jumping the gun defensively there.
Sportsnet Main Security, hopefully not too far away.
Don't really know what that means, but
well, I certainly don't. I'm counting on you.
A Hail Mary if something happens here. All right, 2nd down and 3 for Hermon. They lead this one by just 2. Trask, the quarterback, hands it to the up back, and not much there for River Mullen. He scored the first touchdown of the ball game.
River Mullen with the carry.
I turned around to communicate with our director, Kim Mitchell, and I think I saw him retreating to the food spread in the back of the press box. The life.
You know, there's a certain point when intermission is over, I believe.
That's right.
I think we've reached that.
Look, he's got another bowl.
So you're telling me
avoiding eye contact.
You're telling me I'm trying to write a story and keep statistics at the same time, and he's gomming down more food out there.
Kim Mitchell back to the smorgasbord of great taste in that press box here at Pottle Field.
Jeez, I hope he wakes up with a stomach ache in the morning.
Kim, can you look out here and communicate?
Oh, he's holding food, of course. With his not his eating hand, but his holding hand.
Like I'm a pet or something.
4th down and a long 2 here for the Hawks.
2? It's a long 3, pal.
All right. Well, I was mystified by that food.
Pumping once, now pulls it under, and it's going to be close.
It's going to be very close.
Norton on the spot.
Norton dragged him down from behind. Looks like a fairly good spot for the Hawks, but I don't know. That's going to be very close. Here's Trask rolling right, looking for a receiver, pulls up quickly, and now he's on the run. And
that little pump got the defense retreating there, just a half step.
Just enough. There's Norton Jr. Boy, he's a football player somewhere at the next level if he wants to be. Also a very good basketball player, as is Trask. And now
talk about a big
Jake
measurement here.
Out for the 3rd time tonight, getting a workout.
A long way to go, too. And that's going to be
Oceanside just short.
Football. Wow.
Big stop there by Norton. We talk about everything else he's done in this game, and there was a lunging tackle. It shows you his upper body strength to be able to bring Trask down. Trask had the momentum going forward, but that's a big stop, and now with 5:30 left in the 3rd quarter, good field position for the Oceanside Mariners at about their 42-yard line, and a chance now to take the lead.
BDN Main Game of the Week brought to you by Quirk Auto Group. It's your car. Find it at Quirk. 20-18 our score. Oceanside trails it by 2, but they have the football and they have the momentum right now here at the beginning of this second half. Inside handoff. Tough sledding there for Norton Jr. He'll pick up a couple on that 1st down play.
Norton Jr. had 100 yards at halftime. The bulk of which was on runs of 17 yards and 78 yards, as 2 touchdown runs, and has added the score already in the second half.
Second down, a long 7 here for the Mariners. Gaeltong looking to pass there, nothing there as some pressure being applied by the Hawks, and he'll be spun to the turf out there by that Hermon defense.
Yeah, Kenyon Robinson, I believe, number 74, junior lineman, with an emphatic tackle there on the quarterback, and modest gain, 2-yard gain by Gaeltong, and 3rd and 6, I should say, for Oceanside.
Big 3rd down play here.
They get the double wing with
Ripley and Norton Jr. Yates in the middle. Double handoff, and it's going to be Norton Jr. He may take it all the way. 10-5 touchdown, 3rd and 6 for Oceanside, but they cash in. Double handoff there. Ripley handing it off right here, as you can see, to Michael Norton Jr.
The double wing, Ripley inside handoff to Norton Jr. The defense was leaning in one direction, and Norton accelerates past the secondary, and again, when he gets into the open field, there's nobody stopping him. That's 4 touchdowns tonight.
It is.
27 touchdowns in less than 9 full games at this point. It's more than 3 touchdowns a game, and they're all explosive plays. That play going for 46 yards.
So the number 5 seeded Mariners, their first lead of the night, 24-20. Now they try to tack on 2, leaning into the end zone. It's going to be Ripley. Finally, they convert a 2-point conversion. So that gives Oceanside a 6-point lead, 26-20. And how about the night for Michael Norton Jr.?
Boy, 4 touchdowns. Again, had 100 yards at the half. 122, 124, and 46 is 170. 170 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns.
Came in with over 1,300 yards on the season. Approaching 1,500 now. So the Hawk fans trying to exhort on their favorite team here as the Hawks get set to return a kick here from Titus Gaeltong. Here's Gaeltong's kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. I don't think that's what Coach Wes Drinkwater wanted there from his kicker.
No, I don't know that he wanted to kick the ball deep, given how
you want to keep it away from Bishop.
Bishop or Mullen, for that matter.
Yep.
They both had success kicking off and have given Hermon great field position all night long. But as it turns out, with the ball going out of bounds and the ensuing penalty, the ball is going to be in good field position now for Hermon as they try to rally from behind for the first time tonight. Ball is going to be placed at the 35, which actually, when you think about it, is probably worse field position for Hermon than they've had on most of their kickoffs. There was one kickoff that went to the end zone for a touchback, but other than that, it's been ball out between the 40 and the 50. So this is actually bad field position for Hermon off a kickoff at least.
On the option, the pitch to Bishop, and he's going to be dragged down behind the line of scrimmage.
That is
maybe at the line of scrimmage.
That's Ripley with the one-on-one tackle here. Here's the quick pitch, right. Draws the attention of the defense, does Trask. Quick pitch to Norton, but here comes Ripley up and a sure-handed tackle for a first down loss of a yard by Jordan Bishop.
2nd down and 11 for Hermon. So all the momentum in this second half belonging to Oceanside. They have scored twice. First lead of the ball game for the Mariners. Playing on the road here tonight in this quarterfinal Class C North matchup. Trask looking downfield, nothing there, loses his footing. And he goes down at the 25-yard line. That's a loss of 10 there.
Late flag as well after the play, dead ball foul of some sort. Official pointing Hermon's way, so could get even worse here as Trask slips.
Yeah, that field's getting chewed up a little bit here, Ernie, after almost 3 quarters, and it was soft as we were walking on it before the game, and thought we might see more players here tonight losing their footing. That's the first time.
Yeah, -8 on the run or slip, and then half the distance to the goal line, personal foul penalty on Hermon.
Ouch.
Go for another 12, so the ball's going to be back at about the 13-yard line. They need to get to the 36 for a first down, so it should be 3rd and 20. Oh, boy. 3rd and 23? Well, they've got 3rd and 30. Ball's at the 12, and they need to get to the 36 or 37, so it's 3rd and 24, let's say.
Time called by Oceanside.
I think Oceanside would like to make sure that they don't allow Garrett Trask to make a big play either with his arm or his feet, because the possibility exists here for Oceanside to get the ball back in pretty good field position with the stop here.
For the best in John Deere sales and service is Greenway Equipment, with locations in Bangor and Ellsworth. Visit them at greenwayequipment.com. Like them on Facebook. Greenway Equipment, nothing runs like a Deere. Again, we'll be back with you with another BDN Main Game of the Week next Friday night. Location TBD. We'll see how the results come in over the course of the next 24 hours. And we'll have semifinal action for you next Friday night under the lights. Holy cow, ball. The scoreboard doesn't have the correct numbers. Here's a pass to the right. Received there by Wyatt Gogan. Pretty good pickup, but the Hawks, a third down, and I don't know, what is...
Oh, they need to get to the 46, actually, so it was third and 32. They picked up about 12 yards on that play, so it's still fourth down and 21, 22, yeah. At the 25, need to get to about the 46, so there'll be punt formation. First punt of the night, possibly, for Hermon? Don't recall another punt.
Trask back, snap a little high, reels it down, gets the kickoff. Not too bad, pretty good hang time. And nobody back for the Mariners there. They'll let it stop at about the 32-yard line. So Oceanside gets the football. Defense coming up big for the Mariners there. Got a little help on a penalty, another penalty by Hermon. Oceanside has already scored twice here in this second half, holding the 26-20 lead. At the end of this third quarter, we'll get you some other scores from around the state. Meanwhile, Titus Gaeltong under center. And double handoff again. This time it goes to Norton Jr. first, and he hands it off to Ripley. Short gain there for Oceanside, if any. Maybe a short loss.
Looks like it might be about a 1 yard loss there. As fool me once, says the Hermon defense, but not a second time.
Different combination there, same players, but it was Norton Jr. getting the handoff first and then to Ripley. 2nd and 11, ball on the 31 of Oceanside. 2 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Gaeltong hands it off to Norton Jr. straight ahead. Positive yardage on this carry by the Mariners. Looks like about 4 yards on that second down play. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 here for Oceanside.
Michael Norton Jr., ball carrier.
Gaeltong back to pass. The pass is complete over the middle. Holding on there for the Mariners. Who is it?
Can't tell, but that was a pretty confident-looking pass there by
looks like Jack Freeman. Jack Freeman, the tight end, making the catch. Is that the first completion?
First completion of the night for Oceanside. Jack Freeman, number 9.
Number 9, Jack Freeman.
Pass out to the right flat, good for the first down. Big play there for Oceanside. Little element of surprise there, perhaps. Gain of 10.
Mariners feeling good about themselves right now. They have controlled the action here in this second half. 40 seconds left to go in the third. Inside handoff, straight up the middle, and pile of players out there. We'll see who emanates from that pile with the football. And I believe it was Yates. Yes, number 32, Yates, with the carry. Michael Yates, just a sophomore. Picks up 3 on that first down play. 2nd and 7. Was that the last play of the third quarter? Looks like the Mariners are going to watch the clock tick down to 0. And that is the case. Third quarter comes to an end. A productive quarter for Oceanside. They trailed it 20-12 as we get things started here in the second half. After 3 now, it's Oceanside 26, Hermon 20 on the BDN Maine Game of the Week.
It's your Monday morning and your Friday night. It's your suitcase, your tour guide, and your photo booth. It's your new beginning and your fresh start. It's your library, your hotspot, and your movie theater. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
If time is infinite, why is there never enough of it? A John Deere One Family Tractor with Quick Park lets you attach and go. iMatch Quick Hitch gives you more time for what you love, so it takes less work to do more work. Auto Connect Drive Over Mower Deck? Done. They're not making any more land, but there's plenty of time if you know where to look.
Visit Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth, or find us online at greenwayequipment.com.
Back at Pottle Field, Hermon High School, Class C North high school football quarterfinal action. Number 4 against number 5. Hermon fans coming to life here on the near side, but it's been Oceanside controlling the action here in this second half as we get things underway here in the fourth. 26-20, Oceanside with the lead. Here's the handoff to Michael Norton Jr. Breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, spun down, just shy of the 40-yard line, but it's going to be a first down for the Mariners. Michael Norton Jr., 4 touchdowns on the night.
Here we go again. This time in the eye, single wing to the right, but there's Norton biding his time along the line, then finally gets outside, turns the corner, spin move there for some extra yards to get a first down and another good gain there by Norton Jr.
Tough yards for Michael Norton Jr. He's got great speed. He's tough. He's also got great vision. Didn't see anything in the middle, so he bounced it to the outside and picks up the first down, 1st and 10. And again, the Mariners go up the middle. And that carry by Yates. Yates picks up a couple on that first down play. Going to take a close look at Oceanside High School after this play. We've also got some third quarter scores for you coming up as well. Titus Gaeltong, the quarterback, with some cleat issues there momentarily, but now he's under center. Who's going to get it this time? Double handoff goes from Ripley to Norton Jr. He gets to the outside. He's got the first down and more, and he's going to get into the end zone, his 5th touchdown of the night. And Oceanside just rolling here in this second half. Tack on 6 more for the Mariners. They lead it 32-20.
Yeah, switching offensive formations this time again, that double wing. Ripley with a pitch to Michael Norton Jr. And again, almost tackled from behind as soon as he got the ball. Outran another defender to the corner. Broke a tackle there. Once he gets in front of the crowd, there's no catching him. 39 yards on that carry. Touchdown number 5, over 200 yards rushing for the game for Michael Norton Jr. Making a case for player of the year in this conference, to be sure. Given his regular season, I don't know that the playoffs count in that regard, but certainly backing up all the statistics he accumulated during the first 8 games of regular season play.
Mariners going for 2. And Gaeltong going in the wrong direction. Now fires towards the end zone, and the pass is picked off there by Hermon. So the 2-point conversion denied once again. Zach Tubbs picking off that pass from Titus Gaeltong. Mentioned we'll take a closer look at Oceanside High School, located in Rockland. Principal is Jennifer Curtis. Molly Bishop, the athletic director. Oceanside High School was formed after the consolidation of Rockland District High School, Rockland and Georges Valley High School in Thomaston. Graduated their first class back in 2012.
You think about all the talk about consolidation there has been around the state, really for decades.
Yep.
And there's very few actual consolidations that you can think of. Mountain Valley, which was Rumford and Mexico, I believe, consolidated in the late 1980s, possibly the mid-1980s. And other than that, not much in the way of consolidation until this one just a few years ago. This will be in the 5th year, 2017, of the combined school.
Line drive kick, and right at number 22, Sean Stark, the senior running back and linebacker. Off his chest, he quickly pounced on it. So the Hawks are going to start at about the 38-yard line, and they've got some work to do. They had a 20-12 lead at the end of the first half, and it seemed like they really controlled that first half. There were some bright moments for Oceanside. You almost felt that Hermon should have a bigger lead, but some penalties costly for them late in that first half. And here in the second half, it's been all Oceanside.
Well, it's been a couple of 3-and-outs by the Hermon offense. And here's
a pitch. Ball was loose, and a Bishop will fall on it. Smart play there in your own territory. But it's going to result in a loss of about 4 or 5 yards there for the Hawks.
Couple of 3-and-outs, and there's been no stopping Mr. Norton on the part of the Hermon defense here. And so 2 3-and-outs and 3 touchdowns in barely a quarter by the Mariners. This game has turned around. I mean, you think about the first half, and you kind of have the sense that Hermon had the ball control in the first half.
Right.
They had the ball the pretty considerable majority of the time. Second half, that's been totally reversed, although Norton has done what he could to shorten the time that Oceanside's had the ball with some long runs.
Hermon spreading it out here. Fire to the left by Trask, and the pass is complete to Tyler Carmichael. And he will break 1 tackle, and pretty good pickup there, but it's still going to be 3rd down and 6 for Hermon with 10:07 left to go here in this third quarter. Quick look at the scoreboard. Portland looking for an upset tonight against Oxford Hills, 6-3 in that one. Portland leading the ball game after 3, 14-6. Chevers and Wyndham tied at 6 after 3. That's the Class A North scoreboard. Good one between Brunswick and Coney. Coney with the lead 27-22 as they play in the third quarter. Brewer has come back. They lead in their game against Messalonski 21-16. The pass is complete to Pomeroy, and he can't quite get in, but he's inside the 5. Let's see where they mark it. He's going to go out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That pass on the money right there from Trask to Pomeroy. They connected earlier for a touchdown, and
here we go. This is Garrett Trask going to move fake to his left and then just launch it deep. This was nothing but a straight fly pattern. Keith Pomeroy behind the defense. Good job. I believe that's the quarterback there. Quaitong with the tackle from behind, preventing the touchdown. But as it was, 56 minus 4, 52 yards on the pass. And Hermon in business here to get back and make this just a one-possession game.
Yeah, that little pump there by Trask initially drew the defense in, and that got Pomeroy behind Gaeltong and couldn't quite get into the end zone. Now it's Trask with the carry. And a couple of very long runs and all kinds of production in the first half. Very quickly, I mentioned the Brewer has come from behind. They lead Messalonski 21-16 at the end of 3. And MDI leading John Babs 22-6. That was a halftime score. Maine Hockey at last word trailing Minnesota Duluth 1-0, and early in the World Series, no score. World Series tied at 1 between the Astros and the Dodgers. 2nd down and goal here for Hermon. Their fans on their feet. Here's Jordan Bishop, and let's see where they mark it. It's going to be short of the goal line. Just short.
I thought the second effort might have gotten him into the end zone, but not quite. It's going to be 3rd down. The ball's marked at the 1-yard line.
Hawks have 2 downs to work with here.
And they need to score here. They really do need to score. 8 minutes left in the game. And
tell you what, if they do score, it sets up a very interesting final 7 or 8 minutes in this one. Trask takes it himself. He's met by some resistance. I don't think he got in.
Still no sign by either official.
Yes,
and now
he
it
did.
is from the far side.
Official coming in from the far sideline, working his way towards the pile of players there near the goal line, came up with the signal. So touchdown Hawks. They score for the first time here in the second half, and they make it a 6-point ball game. Oceanside leading it 32-26.
And now the Hawks look like they will attempt an extra point kick. Garrett Trask, 20 of 33 on the season in extra point kicks. We'll try to make this a 7-point game. And he does. Oh, no, it's wide.
He pulled it left, so the kick is no good. So that'll leave the score at 32-26 with 7:55 left to go in the ball game. But maybe a little momentum here for the Hawks. Now let's see what their defense can do against Oceanside, who's pretty much had their way here in this second half. Well, teams coming in averaging 36 points apiece, and kind of right on the money.
We're at 58, that's 72, so there's plenty of time for a couple more scores.
Special teams have played a role here tonight for both teams. An important kickoff here for Garrett Trask. Kyle Galante, coach for the Hermon Hawks in his first season, breakout season for Hermon, 6-2, number 4 seed across the way, West Drinkwater in year number 5. Some stability in his program. Back to the postseason once again and trying to get to the semifinals for the second straight year. Low kickoff. It's going to dribble towards the sideline. It's going to be picked up by number 23 there for Oceanside, and working to the left side. That's going to be Zachariah Cody. Cody still going, and he's still on his feet, but the official there along the sideline saying he stepped out of bounds, but he steps out of bounds inside Hermon territory.
That's just what Oceanside needed there. Little kickoff to kind of erase a lot of that momentum that Hermon just built up. And now Oceanside with the ball in Hermon territory at about the 46. They'll be looking to churn out, well, I say churn out some first downs. When Norton touches the ball, he doesn't stop at 10 yards in a lot of cases. So let's see here if the Hermon defense can rise to the occasion and stop the Oceanside offense.
3 touchdowns and 3 possessions for Oceanside here in this second half. They keep it on the ground, and big pickup there on first down.
That's Ripley, I believe.
Yes, it is, number 22, as we look at it here.
Yeah,
good push by that offensive line.
It looked like a single wing there. They use them both along with power I, and there's Ripley just following his blockers, and good forward progress, downhill blocking by the front line of the Oceanside Mariners, and 8-yard gain on first down. Couldn't ask for much more if you're Oceanside.
Gale Tong, Yates directly behind him. And it's going to be Yates getting the call, and looks like he's got the first down. They will move the chains. First down, Oceanside. Right now, no answers from Hermon with this Oceanside running game.
No, and the thing is, they're doing it with multiple backs. It's not all Michael Norton Jr. It's Yates and it's Ripley kind of feeding off the idea that the defense is keyed on Norton, and they're able to generate some serious yardage on their own.
First and 10 from the 34. Here's Norton Jr.
Single
Pushing
wing
ahead.
there. Single wing there. I mean, he's fairly upright when he runs. With the height that he has, yet strong enough so that Hermon can't really capitalize a whole lot. That time, just a 4-yard gain, so almost call that a bit of a victory, but.
Second and 6 for Oceanside. Their crowd across the way enjoying the trip so far. Hermon fans on this side want a stop or a turnover here by the Hawks. Clock is ticking down to 5:45. Once again, Mariners on the ground. And that's going to take the football approaching the 25.
Led by number 74, Kenny Robinson.
So 3rd and 2. And again, you're looking probably at 2-down territory here.
Yeah.
For the Mariners.
They've been moving the football. And that was Yates on the carry once again. It's going to be another first down. Straight up the gut. It was Yates. He'll pick up the first down. 5:01 on the clock as they get the clock started once again. Again, credit that offensive line. It's a big offensive line too, Ernie. They are getting the push, and those Oceanside running backs.
I wonder if the size
as
of the
chilled broadcaster says.
Wonder if the size of the interior line is kind of wearing down the Hawks' defensive front.
Here's
there
Michael
goes
Norton
Michael
Jr.
Norton.
And he is brought down inside the 5-yard line. Thought he might break another one. He almost did. He's already got 5 touchdowns on the night, and he is looking for number 6.
Yeah, quick handoff there. Again, really for the first time tonight, tackled in the open field, downfield. That's a good tackle by Garrett Trask, but ball is now at the 4-yard line. Gain of 19 on that play.
Hawks led it 20-12 at the half. The ball is loose, picked up by Gale Tong, and he'll be taken down by a couple of Hawks. Mullen in there, Stark in there.
Yeah, Gaetong, again, fortunate to pick up. We've had a lot of balls on the ground, but very few fumbles. Just 1 turnover in the game, along with the interception on the extra point, but play goes for a loss of 1. And it's your Oceanside. I mean, if you can run some more clock and still get the touchdown, that's a double bonus.
We're down to 3:35 on the clock. And Oceanside is in once again. This time it's Ripley. Touchdown Mariners. And that may be the breaking point in this one as we look at it again.
There you go. Ripley lined up on that left wing, comes across the formation, takes the handoff, untouched, gets to the outside, cuts inside behind a block, and then just muscles his way into the end zone. And as you mentioned, or alluded to, I should say, a 2-possession game now in the favor of the Oceanside Mariners.
Mariners taking charge in this second half. And I think you're right, Ernie. You look at that offensive line they've got out there. And most of those guys are on the defensive line, too. And they're just bigger.
Bigger.
than that Hermon line. And after, about 40-plus minutes worth of battling here tonight, I think they're wearing down that Hawk line.
Especially here in the second half where Oceanside has had the ball for the vast majority of the time. They've been able to run forward, and here comes Norton Jr. for the two-point conversion.
And it is executed. Norton into the end zone, tack on 2 more, so the Mariners have hit 40, and they lead the Hermon Hawks 40-26. Well, let's take a look at some notes on Hermon High School. We are live with you here at Pottle Field. The principal here at Hermon is Brian Walsh, the athletic director Rick Sinclair. Thanks to Rick for helping us out with our setup here tonight. Enrollments, 480 students from the towns of Hermon, Glenburn, Carmel, and Levant. First football playoff game in program history here tonight, and of course a notable alum, you might say so, Dana White, class of '87, the president of the UFC.
Yeah, his donation purchased the scoreboard we're looking at.
Yes.
Off to our right. Very proud alum. Spent just his senior year of high school at Hermon. His family had roots in Levant. He actually owns a house in Levant with a go-kart track on it, matter of fact. Kind of an oddity.
Sounds like fun.
And he comes up several times a year.
River Mullen feeling it deep and making his way upfield. He'll be tackled just outside the 30-yard line. And that's where the Hawks will get things underway here with 3:12 left to go in the ball game. 40-26. Again, Hermon led it 20-12 after the first half. So the Mariners outscoring the Hawks 28-6, Ernie.
Yeah, 28-6. It's I think it has been every possession here in the second half has been a touchdown for Oceanside, and just a matter of the Hermon defense not being able to stop that offense, whether it's the combination of running backs or the offensive line that has had its way more and more as the game has gone along.
Trask looking to pass, nothing there, so he tucks it under the left arm, and he'll be taken down after a loss there. 3 or 4 yards.
I believe it was 68. Indeed it was. 68. Joey Curtis. I'm sorry. They don't list a 68 either.
66, I
66?
Yep.
That is Joey Curtis, a freshman. So that was a pretty impressive play there. 6s and the 8s confuse me a little bit here. Well, a lot of things confuse me, but
those
that's
numbers
just...
are hard to read. I may be... Yeah, it might have been Alex McLaughlin, actually. 69. Yeah. Trask back to pass again, looking for somebody open.
5 defenders deep for...
Oh, and we got a pass interference there.
Little unlucky was number 13 for...
Michael Doherty.
Did you get that? Little unlucky, 13? The pass was well overthrown, and he came up and realized it, but he couldn't stop in time before he made contact with the back of the receiver, and as a result, a first down for the Hermon Hawks.
2:12 left to go. So after the penalty, the ball will be put down at the 44-yard line of the Hawks. Four receivers, twins to each side, and goes to number 5. The pass is complete there to Tyler Carmichael, but not much room to roam after the reception. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. No gain on that first down play. Trask again going to the air, fires it downfield, and he's got a man down there. He had a chance to make that catch, but pass is incomplete.
Yeah, established good position there. but just couldn't come down with the catch. I believe that was number 5.
No, I think it was.
It was number 5, Tyler Carmichael, isn't it?
I thought it was Wyatt Gogan, number
6?
8.
Number 8?
Yeah.
Okay. On the flip for
We'll check that out on the tape. I think I'm right. Feel 90% sure of myself. 3rd down and 10 now for Hermon. Complete pass stops the clock. Now he fires it left to Pomeroy. He got the first down. Pomeroy will step out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. So good execution there by the Hawks. Complete pass, first down, stop the clock with 1:21 left.
Okay, it's all pass. Quick pass by Garrett Trask to Pomeroy. I believe it's 3rd catch of the game.
1 for a touchdown.
Another deep pass as well to set up a score. And that time again along the sideline, able to add some yardage after the catch.
Trask pumps. Doesn't see anything. Now finally heaves it downfield, and Pomeroy coming back to the football, but the pass is incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down play. Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader since 1971. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, enjoy the ride. Call 945-3016 or book your appointment online at deansdetailing.com. Second and 10. Trask from the shotgun. Slings it right. And losing his footing is River Mullen. That'll result in a 2-yard loss. Catch the Drive weekdays 4 to 6 on Sports Radio 92.9. The Ticket, The Drive. Your sports, your teams, your show. Heard you on the Drive earlier today, Ernie.
I did. Tried to hold that program up as best I could. See, the A team was off doing other things.
There is an A team?
Well, they think so. Well, did my best with Aaron Jackson and Mark Paulette and the silent producer,
Matthew Cunha,
to keep folks informed. A lot of managerial talk today. Pros and cons of Alex Cora. What are the Yankees to do with no manager to speak of at this point? Where will John Farrell wind up next?
Plenty to talk about. Here's Trask with the carry. He'll run out of bounds. 1:01 as the clock stops.
Along with how the Patriots will be without Donta Hightower, arguably one of the very much keys to their defense. And the Celtics bouncing back 3 wins in a row after opening the season with back-to-back losses in the immediate aftermath of the injury to Gordon Hayward. Nice win.
Some very good young players on that team.
Yeah, nice win over Milwaukee last night.
4th down and 2. This could be the ball game. Hermon's going to pick up the first down. Trask with the football, and the quarterback tackled at about the 15-yard line. But clock working against the Hawks at this point, 53.8. And it gets restarted here. And a low snap, finally tracked down by Garrett Trask, but he's in trouble. And he gets out of bounds. That'll be a loss for Hermon, and we've got an Oceanside player down. And
looks like he's, well, it's hard to tell. Not moving too much at this point, and the training staff coming out. There's nothing to be real sad about beyond the immediate aftermath of the loss, because good numbers in the program, both at the high school and youth levels, and the sky's the limit, I would say, for this particular program.
Yeah, nice facility here, and obviously they've got plenty of support behind this program. Great crowd here tonight.
Good sign here is
yeah,
going to get a lift to his feet.
A little woozy.
Looking for a number there. 66, 86?
66, I believe, is Joey Curtis, or it's.
Boy, it's not 69, is it?
So
it's just hard to tell.
Light blue. Well, that's
it
not
looks
a
like
9.
It looks like a 6.
There's no 68, so it's got to be.
And there's no 56, so we'll say that Joey Curtis, tight end, defensive end, freshman. Again, not 100% certain on this. It's so hard to read the numbers. They're a little bit dirty now as well, which makes it a little bit more difficulty. But the good news, walking off essentially under his own power. Doesn't seem to be limping at all either. So hopefully he's in good shape.
Time called here by the Hermon Hawks. Well, the Crazy About Football contest is back at Tradewinds Markets. Enter to win at the Tradewinds Market near you. They're all over eastern and central Maine. Pretty simple. Find your Tradewinds. Locate the Crazy About Football contest display. Pick the total score in the Patriots game that week. Now, the Pats taking on the Los Angeles Chargers this week, Ernie. I'll let you think on that just for a second. The weekly prize, a $50 gas card. There will be 2 grand prize winners at the end of the season, where we will give away $250 gas cards to 2 winners. Tradewinds Markets, your corner store, and more. And there's been some relatively high over and unders in the last 2 Patriot games that have not been reached, not even close.
Well, that's because of the Patriots' defense having risen up and held Atlanta to 7 points last week, and I think it's 7, 13, and 14 the last 3 weeks, something along that order. And on the drive today, I picked a score of 30 to 14 in favor of the Patriots. So I'd go under there
34.
because I do trust their defense.
Here's a pass by Trask to the end zone. Battle for the football, and the ball's going to fall to the turf. Hermon looking for some pass interference there. No call. And the pass intended for number 8, Wyatt Gogan. He's just a freshman.
I have, and it's very unofficial in terms of the yardage at this point, I have Michael Norton Jr. for 237 rushing yards to go with the 5 touchdowns tonight. I mean, big runs. You talk about runs of 39, 46, 22, 78, and 17 for touchdowns. No dives, no 1-yard dives for him.
3rd and 18. Trask a spiral to the end zone. A couple players battling there, Pomeroy and Ripley. Pass incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down with 28.6 left to go in the ball game. Stay tuned after the ball game for the post-game show. We'll have some highlights from this quarterfinal matchup. Get some numbers from Ernie and check that scoreboard again. Busy night of football, as we mentioned earlier. But it looks like the Oceanside Mariners are going to be heading to the semifinals. It's going to be the 2nd straight year, right, Ernie? They've gone to the semifinals. Likely to take on MDI. Last look, MDI with a fairly significant lead over number 8, John Bapps, but we'll wait for the final there. Winslow and Waterville playing tomorrow in a matchup at Winslow between those 2 rivals.
Then MCI at Nokomis
tomorrow.
Nokomis, another team making its first playoff appearance, along with the Ellsworth Sumner Eagles in Class D. All 3 of those schools making their first postseason appearance. Good signs of growth on the part of all 3 programs. Nokomis and MCI just about 6 or 7 miles apart. Actually met earlier this season with MCI getting the win.
Pass to the middle, complete to Pomeroy, and he is in for the touchdown. Across the middle this time for Pomeroy, and a ball on the money there from Garrett Trask. 2nd touchdown reception here tonight for Keith Pomeroy, and that's his 5th touchdown of the season.
Yeah, Trask just stepping back, looking for a receiver. Not really much of a pass rush there, and crossing pattern this time by Pomeroy, who had been working the sidelines for most of the game. Caught the ball right in the middle of the field and then cut inside the attempted tackle to get in the end zone. And while there's just 20.5 seconds left, they They have closed the gap, and we'll try the extra point kick and then an onside kick.
And this time the kick is good by Garrett Trask to make it 40-33. So Hermon within a touchdown and an extra point here. Unfortunately for the Hawks, they only have 20.5 seconds to work with, so we'll see an onside kick and see if the Hawks are able to pull off a miracle here against this Oceanside team that has just played an outstanding second half. Hermon High School song being played.
Well, you look at it, they both averaged 36 points a game, and it really was right on it, essentially.
Yeah. Well, if that was the last offense from the Hawks, their last possession of the season, a positive result to head into the offseason, and more push-ups down below for the Hermon Hawk cheerleaders. Here's the onside kick, and good job there by a member of the hands team. Is that Ripley or Yates? That was Ripley.
That's Ripley. You know, the Hermon cheerleaders are among the best in the state year after year after year, and now we know why. It's all the push-ups they do during football season as a result of points by the football team. And they'll be ready to go here, and I would assume their competitive season, at least the preseason practices, start on November 20th when they do for all the winter sports. And
yeah, they have a dynasty here when it comes to cheerleading. Well, taking any there is Gaetong, and that will do it. The Oceanside Mariners, a come-from-behind win over the Hermon Hawks. Strong second half for Oceanside, and they take home a 40-33 win. And as you said earlier, Ernie, nothing to be ashamed of with this Hermon Hawk football team. 6 wins on the season, double their total over the last 3 campaigns where they went 3-21, but 6-2 on the regular season. They lose a tough one here tonight, but certainly a football program, a high school football program on the move, heading in the right direction.
Absolutely. I mean, this was really what you expect in a 4-5 matchup. You expect a very competitive game, and both teams had their time of dominance. Hermon was largely in the first half, and Oceanside's was in the second half. And as I said before, while people like myself were writing the paper about Michael Norton's 237 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns, and certainly that's worthy of writing about in a major way, there were a lot of contributions to the success of the Oceanside program tonight. Both think about the backfield with Michael Yates at fullback and Ben Ripley, the other 1,000-yard rusher, at the other tailback position, and offensive line that gained strength and prominence as the game went on, and the defense that made stops in the second half. It was Hermon scored twice in the second half, but really, once while the game was in doubt, and then added that extra touchdown in the final minute. But until then, Oceanside did a pretty good job defensively. And then, anytime you've got a guy like Michael Norton Jr., you got a chance to beat anybody if you have any sort of defense at all, because he is capable of he's averaging 3 touchdowns a game this year. He's now got 27 or 28 touchdowns. He's averaging more than 3 touchdowns a game. So that's 20 to 27 points. Then you just got to figure out a way to hold the other team to 26, and in a lot of cases you can do that. And that's why they're 6-3 and moving on to the regional semifinals.
Well, up next for us, it is the post-game show. The final again, Oceanside 40, Hermon 33 on the BDN Maine Game of the Week.
What do you get when you combine pure diesel power with 1,600 pounds of raw iron and steel? Meet the 2R series from John Deere. Up to 32 horsepower, four-wheel drive, cruise control, and a 6-year powertrain warranty that's best in its class. This rugged workhorse won't make your breakfast, but with quick attach features, you can do pretty much anything else. Ride one today at your John Deere dealer.
Visit Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth or find us online at greenwayequipment.com.
You deserve a clean car. Let Dean's take care of the details. Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader since 1971. Let the pros at Dean's renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. For interior detailing, exterior detailing, and complete detailing packages, call Dean's at 945-3016 or book your appointment online at deansdetailing.com. And Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit for any special occasion. Dean's Detailing. We make used look like new.
We may not be the biggest, but we're definitely the best. Here at Tim's Plumbing, we know that when a plumbing issue pops up, you need it fixed. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. We even do kitchen and bath remodeling. The master licensed technicians here at Tim's Plumbing specialize in installations, repiping, and service repair. You can call us at 735-4969 or 327-1620. At Tim's Plumbing, service is our specialty.
Choosing the right school for driver's ed has never been more important. Northeast Driving School has been the leader in driver training since 1969. Greater Bangor's #1 team of instructors is experienced, professional, and dedicated to its students. Northeast offers a variety of weekday and weekend courses. Call 942-1769 or sign up at northeastdrivingschool.com.
Since 2006, we've offered free ATMs worldwide to our customers, saving them over $16 million. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
So job well done for the Hermon Hawks, but to the victors go the spoils. And the victor here tonight, the Oceanside Mariners, as they head to MDI next weekend. And Dale Duff heads off.
Yeah, must have done a very short post-game show.
Yeah. He's out of here. All right, Ernie, thanks to you. Job well done.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And we'll see you next Friday night, hopefully. And also thanks to our entire staff here tonight at Pottle Field, our director, producer, Kim Mitchell from Digital Workshop. Oh, yeah, see, he's done eating. His belly is full, so he can wave now. He's actually talking to me. Mark Paulette on replays in that comfy press box. Thanks to Mark, and also thanks to our dynamic duo on the cameras, Jay Baines and Aaron Jackson. I'm Jim Churchill saying good night from Hermon High School. The final once again, the Oceanside Mariners 40, the Hermon Hawks 33. Thanks for joining us for the BDN Maine Game of the Week.
The BDN Maine Game of the Week is presented by Quirk Auto Group. It's your car. Find it at Quirk. The BDN Maine Game of the Week is also brought to you by Tradewinds Markets, Greenway Equipment Sales, Dean's Detailing, and by Bangor Savings Bank, Northeast Driving School, and Digital Workshop. The BDN Maine Game of the Week is a production of Sportsnet Maine.